Right, this is Shenzhen Solitaire, which was part of a game called Shenzhen IO, which is by Zachtronics, and it's one of those programming games. I have not played that, and to be honest, I'm more interested in something more like Solitaire, since I do a lot of programming for my job. Um, it's a variant of Solitaire where there's only three suits. There's red, green, and black, and you are trying to put them all in order in these three slots. So one first, then two, then three, all of one suit, and so on. You can only move cards around if you can place them on a card that is one higher and a different suit. So black 6 can go on a red 7. Black 6 couldn't have gone on a black 7, and a black 6 can't go on a red 8. It's got to be exactly one greater. And so this red 3 can go on that 4, but this 2 can't go on that 3 because it's the same colour. And what you're generally trying to do is kind of move them around so that you can... I want to get these 1s, because they'll be the first ones that can go up there. Once those are up there, I can get some 2s up there, and then some 3s, and so on. One complication is these ones that don't have numbers. So for black, it's these rectangles. For green, it's that symbol. For red, it's that symbol. And there are 4 of those for each suit. And the only way you can get rid of those is if all 4 of the same type are showing at once. So it's going to be tricky here because you can see that black one is buried all the way under this black one, and that black one's over there. But if all of those were on, like, say, this pile, this pile, this pile, and this pile on the top, then I could click this button and it gets rid of all of them, puts them in a slot here. When these slots are not filled, you can use them as a kind of temporary space to place things. So I can put the 3 up there if I wanted to do something else down here, and then I could later put this 3 back down. And that's very useful because, as you can see, it's hard to get to the things that you need to use. So if I want to put that 1 up there, for instance, I can put these 2 up here. The 1 automatically goes into the right slot, and then the 2 follows it. I can put the 3 up there as well if I wanted. So I can move this 5 and this 4 over onto this 6. That's quite nice. I'd love to move these over here, but I can't because this is red and that's also red. But there's an interesting thing going on here where, like, that could go on there if it was the black 8, or equally, if I could drag that black 7, that could go on the red 8. And actually, because so it's tempting to move this one up here, and then I can use the black 8, but then I can't bring the red 8 down here and put it on that 9 because it's not the correct colour. It's the same colour, that's the problem. So is there a way I can, like... I can put that 7 on this 8, but I need a 9 for this 8 to go on if I want to get rid of cards this way. I'm sort of not really working towards a particular short-term goal here, I'm just trying to put things where they belong. It's very tempting to move all this across. And then... Or maybe after that I can move that 7 off? No, that wouldn't help. I could move the 8 and the 7 from there onto there. Yeah, I can. Okay, let's try this. Wait, no. Gotta do this first. Then this. And then... I could just move this 8 over there, but what I actually want to do is... I'm going to move this over there to expose this 9, and then... Would it be better if I could... Yeah, if I move this 6 here now, I can get access to that 1. Now when I move this 9, it will put the 2 up there, and that gives us a slot, and that's a very important thing. And now, yeah, I can put this down here. I'm also... Ooh. No, let's do this. Move this 8 over here, that frees up this 9. That means I can move this over here, and that exposes this, which is not useful yet, but if I could move that off, I could get the 1 up there. Now I can just put that in the slot there, but it's a little bit risky to start fill up. You know, we only have 2 free slots. If we fill up 1 of them, we're in a tough spot. So I want to be totally sure that that's the right thing to do before I do it. It would be nice to have that 1 up there. Mind you, the next number to get rid of, like the only reason having a 1 up there is helpful is to get rid of this 2, and I can't get rid of that until I move this out of the way, which I can't do if I don't have enough slots. If I did, let's say I do have a slot and I move this out of the way, and let's say the 2 could go away, I could move the 5 down there, and that would get me the third one of those. So that is pretty good. The biggest problem is to get to that 4th black dragon, I have to move 2 other dragons. And moving dragons is just very difficult, because they can't go on top of anything, they need a blank slot. And blank slots are the rarest commodity. So, what can I do instead? What other dragons can I possibly get to? For red, we've already got one up there. I've got 2 exposed now, so it's just this one. In fact, we can do it right now, can't we? If I just move all of this. Yeah! Alright, now we're talking. And look, we've got 3 green dragons exposed right away. So all I've got to do is get rid of... Got to move that 4, which is doable, and put it on that 5. But to do so, I've got to move this black one, and I can put it there, but as soon as I do, I have no free slots at all, and that scares me. But I could do something like this. I'll move this first. Now that 5 can go on that 6. And that means I do now have some leeway to do... I put it up there, and in fact, as soon as I can, I should put this down there. Something I learned recently is you shouldn't have... Anytime you can, you want to put dragons in those slots and numbers in these slots. In most respects these are the same, but you can't drag a whole stack to one of those slots up there. You can only drag it down here. And if once you're out of slots, the game's not over, you can still move things around, but you can't switch. If you put a number up there and a dragon down here, and then you decide, oh shit, I need it the other way around because I want to be able to dump a bunch of cards on top of a number, and you can't dump things on top of anything in there, it's too late because there's no way to switch them. You need a blank slot in order to be able to switch things around. So, this is going well. I will move this 4 over there, and I will remove all the green dragons. The black dragons are still not trivial to get rid of, but we're in a very good spot now. This could go straight up there, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm just going to put it there. I don't think I'll need it, but just in case. Might be nice to move this off into a blank slot. It would be nicer still if I could put it on a 5, but the only 5 remaining is a black one, and I think I'm going to move this over here, because once this 5 is free, I can move... Where can I put this 6? I can't put this 6 directly anywhere, but if I can get a 7 there, then I can put the 6 onto it. And all I need to do that is move this 4, which I could just put in a blank slot, or... Yeah, I will, because I'm going to be able to get rid of it very, very quickly. In fact, as soon as there's no reason to keep a card on the deck, it automatically puts it in the upper slot. So if there's no possible advantage to keeping it down below, then it will get rid of it. Yeah, you saw earlier there was a time when I could have put something up there, but I didn't, just in case, like if it was a 4, I can't remember if it was, but if it was a 4, maybe there's a 3 somewhere that might want to rest on that spot, and you know, if it automatically put it up there, you wouldn't have that option anymore. But anytime it moves it up directly, that means there's no possible use for keeping it down there. So all I've got to do now is move that, all the numbers are in place, and then just click this final thing, and now all the dragons are in place. Done!